What's up, Creative Mater fans? Jay here, and oh my gosh! The new Nintendo Direct that came out a couple days ago was one of the best ones I have seen in my 6 years as a Nintendo fan. Today I want to cover probably my favorite part of the Direct, the trailer for Kirby and the Forgotten Land, the first true Kirby 3D game. Just look at it, it looks so good! It looks like Mario Odyssey 2, this game doesn't even feel like a real Kirby game. Anyway, there were some interesting tidbits about the game that I wanted to share here. So, to not make the intro go on for too long, let's analyze the Kirby and the Forgotten Land trailer. So for starters, we see some shots of the abandoned city, and then it cuts to Kirby face planted on the ground, him waking up shortly afterward, and then him making a mad dash toward the Forgotten City. And then we see him walking around an abandoned mall with some new fox-like enemies, and I tell you, the moment I saw him move toward the escalator, my mind was blown because he was moving in 3D. Here we see a Cappy enemy, which was probably adapted to fit the 3D style. I think that if Kirby were to get closer to it, it would start chasing him around. There will be other enemies I bring up that have adapted to 3D as well. Like this Kaboo enemy that now moves from side to side.
From side to side!
We see some ducklings in the next scene following Kirby, and maybe you must get these to a certain point, and then you might get a reward for doing so. The next scene shows Kirby doing some classic Kirby action, inhaling enemies and spitting them out, revealing a couple new enemies as well. And it's important to note that it seems he can still fly infinitely, but there does seem to be a height limit to how high he can fly. We see what seems to be the main collectible of the game, Waddle Dees. The cage they're being held in seems to be held by Babbitts from past Kirby games. We then get confirmation of a couple abilities that are in the game, that being Sword, Cutter, Needle, Fire, and Ice. Needle now clings to enemies Katamari style, and you can roll around with it to reveal secret passages. Cutter can now collect items, and Fire can light torches. In the part showing off the Fire ability, you can just see a Gordo in the corner, but this is now a bar instead of a ball, probably to fit the new 3D environment. You can also see a penguin enemy in the part of showing off the Ice ability, and this enemy is called Kokori, a penguin enemy from Kirby's Dream Land 3 that usually pushes a snowball around rather than possibly throwing it, because the snowballs there appear to have been thrown by this enemy. This enemy had only appeared in one other Kirby game, Kirby's Dream Land 3, and I'm really glad they brought it back because it just makes so much sense for this new 3D environment. Horror Tramp returned from Kirby Triple Deluxe, and I noticed some funny things about them. Just look at their little faces, they're so funny. I even made a meme format off of it earlier today. Who the heck is this? Then see Kirby get grabbed by this gorilla, presumably a boss, and they just duke it out. And look at the little waddlies on the chain, they're just so scared and so cute. Anyways, that's the last end of the video, so that'll do it for the analysis. I have to get others up soon about the rest of the Direct. Thanks for watching.